Hi everybody, welcome to Sunya IAS. Today I have a very important announcement for you and I'll talk about the KAVACH Plus batch. If you look at the name KAVACH, KAVACH is like a shield, and this KAVACH batch is about how to have a very solid foundation, and not just the foundation but to be exam ready. How can we convert our knowledge into marks is what we deal in the KAVACH Plus batch. This is a batch anybody who wants to prepare for UPSC exam. You want to have everything covered, which means not only the NCERTs, the subjects, and I'm not just talking about history, polity, economy, geography. There are way too many subjects, many aspirants which are not aware of. Covering that, be mains ready, and not just mains ready but also prelims ready, that too with the nature that the UPSC wants to test you. For all of that, we have a dedicated program, and that is what I want to outline for you. We call it the KAVACH Plus batch. Now, if anybody is going to start with the UPSC preparation, normally they will ask you, how are you, what is your, have you done the basics or not? What exactly is this basics? And then what is the difference between basics and foundation? Yes, sometimes we directly jump into a foundation course, and when we start to do geography, the basic concepts are not very clear. Yes. So we have bifurcated things in a very organized manner, right? The basics here refer to the NCERTs. We cover all the NCERTs under the basics, right? And after doing that, so you are first given the access of the NCERT course. And after doing that, we have foundation, right? Now, when you are done with the basics, normally in a foundation, I'll tell you what are the problems which a student faces. Many times what will happen, they'll go to an institute will have 500 odd students in a single class. Naturally, the student will not be able to ask their doubts. There will be no personalized attention. Sometimes you will get some content, sometimes you don't. Sometimes there is too much of dictation. Sometimes, and whatever is asked in the recent trend, that is not covered. Sometimes the content is very outdated. So at Sunya IAS, our methodology here is whatever we teach, and we have ample videos on YouTube and you can check the quality of it, that when you are doing the foundation, you should be able to solve the questions which are being asked. And when I'm saying questions, it means both. You are being tested for the facts, for the analysis, even at the prelims level, and the same thing you are tested in a slightly different manner under mains. And when I say mains, it covers essay, it covers all the GS papers, general studies paper 1, paper 2, paper 3, paper 4. Paper 4 is your ethics. So many a times, sometimes when we are done with the foundation, yet we don't know how to write answers. We have not written a single essay. We are very scared of case studies. All of that is going to be a part here. It is going to be covered. It is going to be included. So when you do the foundation, you will have regular classes. The classes are followed by, if that topic, for example, has MCQs coming in, you have the MCQs after the class. There is going to be weekly answer writing sessions, so that even if you're writing 2 sessions, let's say every week, 2 questions every week, slowly and steadily, you will know how to write it. Then we can give you 5 questions, then 10 questions, and then we can move it forward. Right? And this is again an area which is not very well sorted. Many times students do foundation, but their notes are very scattered. I'll also share with you the notes students have made in the class itself. And you'll be amazed to see the notes are very structured, very organized, and revision friendly. They are not big, bulky paragraphs, because you're not going to get marks out of that, right? So again, just to re-emphasize, I've talked about foundation, I've talked about basics. So your NCERTs are getting covered. The classes are in a manner, regular classes. You complete a subject, you constantly are given the MCQ sheets and also the mains writing sheets, so that for those particular aspects you are clear. But we do not stop here. We go one step beyond and we go into the advanced classes. In the advanced classes, both for prelims and mains, for prelims, we have a prelims boot camp. For mains, we have mains boot camp, where we help you make 1-pagers summaries, which I'll show you very shortly. all that you've done in the foundation, now you should be able to revise all of that in a limited time span. Right? So just before the prelims, you have a prelims crash course in a prelims boot camp. Just before mains, you have, so we don't leave you in any of the stages. You have done the foundation with us. You do the prelims crash course and the prelims boot camp with us. You do the mains boot camp with us. You constantly are writing, making summaries, revising, which makes you exam ready. And throughout the process, you will have a dedicated test series for your prelims as well as mains. That keeps on getting assessed, right? And the biggest USP that you will find here, because see, you will find enough plethora of classes, content, lectures, even on Telegram, right? But then what makes this program different is every student is different. You may face, let's say, a problem in IR environment. Somebody may face a problem in geography. You are not able to, let's say, structure some of the notes. You want some inputs from the faculty, from the team. This is where mentorship comes in. And I'll tell you the USP of the program, how we track mentorship. It is not that I am saying mentorship and of course, mentorship is getting done. There is going to be dedicated mentors for the foundation batch. And now I'll tell you how we do all of this. Okay. So I have just given you an overview of what are generally the challenges the student faces and what are we going to do about it. So like I've told, there is a syllabus issue, how to consolidate it. We make it a point that we help you out with that. Your mentor, your faculties will be guiding on that. Another important component, sometimes some subjects are missing. Let's say a student has done the foundation, but they have not done internal security. It's a small module, yet it fetches you 4 questions. If you've not done IR, international relations, 4 questions. And if you've done it, maybe it is very much outdated. You want to revise that, okay? Similarly, sometimes case studies, ethics not given focus. Sometimes current affairs is left at the end. Now, can you imagine a student who has not done current affairs and then dumping the entire current affairs in the last month, right? So when I say current affairs, it should be in the process. So every week you have current affairs classes, right? Next. Students don't have concise summaries, and I'll show you what I mean by summary. It would help you revise, right? Many cases, the answer writing sessions, you don't know. Everybody says write. But do you really know what to write, how to introduce, how to begin? Sometimes for a beginner, sentence formation is a huge challenge. Let's say you've just done a class on monsoons, and I'm giving you a direct question. Explain the phenomena of southwest monsoons and its impact on Indian climate. Would you be able to write it, right? So how to do that? Similarly, let's say we've done a class on IR, and if I ask you, how does Indian foreign policy deal with the challenges in the West Asia? Would you be able to think on it? Yes, this is again a point I want you to think on. Then value addition. What is value addition? If we are just presenting a boring analysis, we are just dumping points, but we are not adding example, case studies, committees, data facts, would you really get marks? Every year the cutoff for mains and the competition is increasing. Why? Because students, and if you look at topper answer copies, they are putting a lot of effort. Gone are the days, let's say 10 years back or 5 years back, right? When, let's say, an ordinary answer could also get points. So this is, you have to keep on increasing and pushing the level, right? This is also important. This point I've already explained to you. Inconsistency in current affairs, right? And what we propose in that, right? Constant sessions, every week sessions based on it, okay? And see, if you look at any topper, they would have gotten good marks in essay, ethics, and they're optional. Many times essay and ethics are ignored. Students join a foundation, but in those 10 months, 11 months, they hardly write one single essay, and the fear keeps on accumulating. So let's say they clear the prelims. Now they have no clue, and now most of their energy goes in essay and ethics. In our case, we have dedicated slots throughout the year to help you master these segments. So when we are saying foundation and basics, it's a big chunk that we want to cover, right? So that is one. And some of you who are finding, array, this is also to be done in the preparation. Yes, the preparation demands time from you. But the point is the time demand has to be there in the right direction. Right? Now, I was talking to you that the mentorship aspect here is very specific. Let's say we profile every student at the time they take the admission. Okay, this file is available with the mentors, right? What are the basics, the sources? This is the, I've just added one snapshot for every part, GS, everything. We are seeing what is the level of the student first. That is first. Second, this is, let's say, a snapshot of a student, okay? A dedicated WhatsApp group wherein, let's say, the student is there, right? You have course coordinator, student, there's a personal mentor, and there is super mentor available. So in this group, the student keeps on mentioning any of the update they want to share, any issue, because now, let's say you're directly coordinating with your mentor. Let's say sometimes the mentor is not very responsive. What will you do? Because the course coordinator is also there, the super mentor is there. So your problem will be solved and you will get attention based on this, right or no? So this is again a very important feature. And this also makes you accountable. Let's say you are missing tests. Now we can also tag you and we can also show you. Now you are not responding, let's say. And of course, let's say you reply, no, I had some health issues. So we also know how to keep you on track. There are files that, Excel sheets that we constantly update and monitor so that we know the profile of the student and how are they doing. See, it's a year-long program and it's very easy to get lost. And the same consistency you will find in our offline as well as online program, because the same level of dedication and effort is there. And this is especially helpful for the students online. Offline, let's say you're daily coming to the class, you have an interaction with us. There's a rapport that is there. Any other issue, directly you can come to the class after the class, sir, this is a point, or I'm feeling demotivated, help me out in this section. But for online student, let's say, there the connect is directly not there. Let's say you have an issue. So this is dedicated or will be very helpful for you to solve your issues. I hope this part is very clear, okay? And this has to be, at least in my view, a point that is going to be a game changer. It will boost the productivity like anything, right? That is one of the aspects. Now, I spoke to you about the summaries, etc. Okay, I'll just share simple snapshot of how people are taking notes in the class. Very structured, very organized, diagrams, okay, micro points, bullet points, because it's not just paragraphs. People understand better because ultimately these notes you have to revise, you have to write answers based on that. So it is our responsibility to make the job easy for you, right? This is what we also help you with. Now, I told you we have Prelims Bootcamp. These are foundation notes, okay? They will be further streamlined very methodically under the Prelims Bootcamp. And just see the level of summaries. The entire topic, let's say 20, 30 pages, 15 pages, compressed in just 2 pages. Don't you think that revision is going to be far better in this case? Right? The revision will be far better in this case. There's a huge difference here. Same thing we do for mains. Now, normally when you, let's say you speak to a friend of yours, they will just have one set of notes. Same they will read for pre and same they will read for mains, which is not very productive. And which is why we also bifurcate it. These were the prelims notes. Notice this is different. The mains notes are different. Here, think in dimensional sense, think in analytical sense. So naturally the flow and organization of points, knowledge presentation has to be different here. Right? So not only do we have I shown you foundation notes, I've also shown you prelims notes and I've also shown you mains notes. There's a difference in how this is being done, and this is very student friendly. And I hope you'll be appreciating the effort we are putting in the pedagogy, helping you understand, helping you make, and then doing all of this part. Pardon me. Okay, I hope this part is clear. So till now, what I wanted to impress on to you: basics, foundation, advanced both in prelims and mains aspect, right? Test series for prelims and mains, and very important was one-to-one mentorship. All right. Now, to deliver all of that, we have a solid team, because a solid team will help you in solid preparation, which will give solid results, right? And all of that is there under the KAVACH plus batch. Okay, this is the team of experts that we have. Okay, for each subject you will have a dedicated expert on that field. Okay, and here many of the subject experts also teach the optional in the same subject. So the kind of information that you need, specific knowledge, is what you get here. Okay, be it ethics, be it essay, all the subjects which I've spoken about. Okay, of course, including optionals, including current affairs, including CSAT. Let me also emphasize on this. Many times you do the foundation, you have not done CSAT. CSAT is integral part of our foundation. Current affairs is integral part of our foundation. So when we say foundation, we are not just skimming around any essay you do from somewhere else, or current affairs, no, you do it later on. No, all of that is integrated, led by dedicated team of experts, and you can see. So it is not just a couple of people who are running the show. Everybody has their dedicated role, right? And you have, let's say, if you're visiting Sunya or we seeing the video for the first time, just go to our shorts tab, go to the live tab. You will see ample videos that we all have taken, and from there you can get a knack of the quality. Other than that, we keep on uploading many demo videos for GS, for CSAT, for current affairs, even optional. So if you have any other issue, for example, for any of this part, you have a solution right in front of you. The KAVACH Plus is specific for the students who want to start from zero to the last part. But let's say you have a friend who has already done some of the classes. You can introduce them to advanced courses that we have, the test series or the mentorship or the optional programs, current affairs. So you will find appropriate student-friendly courses here at Sunya. All right, I hope this part I've made myself very clear, right? Now, just to quickly summarize what all I have said. We work with you on the basics and the foundation. Arambh here is your NCERT basics batch. We have GS classes, current affair classes, notes, we have CSAT, right? Very important part, notes. Now, by notes, I don't mean only what you write in the class. Sunya is known for its notes for prelims and mains, USP. Many toppers across the years have recommended it. And why is that? The current is refined. It is not just a dumping of points, very structured, very methodological, which help you secure marks. Whenever we are in this process, one thing is gaining of knowledge, one thing is marks. Focus more on marks. How to do that? Now that is our job. So foundation you have notes. I have told you we have advanced classes, okay, for answer writing classes, data facts, okay. We have many day-long classes for prelims as well as mains. Now they help you in consolidating a substantial portion in a short span of time, okay. We focus also on building your logic and aptitude for prelims under Trinetra, okay. You will see our very famous Vajra classes for mains. These are a lot of value addition. In fact, the mains one pager that I had shared with you was from the Vajra class. So the point is, a lot of input and a lot of thought is put behind and covering this program and all these parts, right? Like I've told you, there's a dedicated test series for prelims and mains that you can have a look at, and then there will be proper mentorship available. I've shown you the group that we've created, okay. So mentorship will be helpful, mentor, and the super mentor will be the faculties that are there, okay. So that will be a super mentor for you, right? That is there. So overall, what do you get? Complete study material, proper classes, attention to various aspects, all of that is a part that is covered here, right? So mains notes, 4 books. For prelims, we have prelims static notes, very simple, concise, lesser pages, which means more helpful in revision, and we're not compromising on the quality. Yes, all the essential facts from various sources compiled at one place, helpful in very quick revision that you will have. All right, so that is all that we have here, right? Those of you who are looking to join us in the offline medium, you are more than welcome. We recently also have a branch in the South campus. You can again know about it. Then you can also join us in the online mode, right? Both options are available. If you are in Delhi, if you want to come to Delhi, right? I'm not saying that you have to come to Delhi. By chance, if you're planning to come here, you can explore the option offline as well, and you can have the option online as well, both the parts, right? So this is the KAVACH batch which I wanted to tell you about. All right. So I think you have understood overall what I wanted to say, right? Basics, foundation, advanced aspect, test series, and most important, proper personalized one-to-one mentorship support. Okay. So this is the KAVACH Plus that we are offering at Sunya. Any other issue that you have, for example, you want to know more about it, right? Whatever I've said, you want to explore more, You want to speak to a counselor, let's say you're connected to a counselor. You can also be connected, let's say, to me or to the faculties who will be teaching in the course. Let's say you want to ask anything, and then you can make up your mind. Okay, let's say you come to the center. If you just want to attend a demo class which is happening at that point of time, you can do so and then again make up your mind. How would you do that? Go to site sunyias.com. Okay, from here you can directly join the course. If you want to have more inquiries, we'll drop a form. There'll be a Google form. Just fill it. You will get a call from our team. Okay, and then you can have your questions addressed. If you are somehow living in these areas, we have offline centers in Delhi, Jammu, Ahmedabad, and Bangalore. From here also you can have an inquiry and then you can join the course if you want. But the proper, all these faculties are present in Delhi for the offline mode, right? You can here visit, but you can still avail the online mode, whatever suits you. For any other part, directly visit the website and directly you can join the course. The experience for offline and online will be the same. Just the difference is that offline, there is more interface, there is more interaction. That is the difference, right? That is there. Okay. So any other further details that you would have, please drop us a comment on YouTube or directly call us. We'll be more than happy to help. Okay. Thank you.